Waida, Harlow, why'd you come here?
I came here in 91 because I wanted to be a nurse. So I came in January 91 and it was freezing. Coming from Mauritius was very hot. Came here, started my training in Epping, St Margaret's. I did my 3 years, then St Margaret's closed down, so I moved in Harlow. And since then I've been working in the hospital.
So take us back to Mauritius for a second, to 1991, which was like 26 years ago. Did you see a job advert? What was it? Was a paper
Yes.
saying? Yeah? Oh.
Yeah, there's magazines. And I always wanted to be a nurse, but in Mauritius it was difficult because of where I live and everything else, who you vote for, that kind of thing. And so I never could get in, and I really wanted to be one, so I came here and I got my chance and got in and qualified, and yeah. Now I'm band 7, which is senior specialist nurse, senior sister. So I worked my way up.
So those early days in the early 90s in Harlow, was it tough adjusting at all?
No, actually, when I came here, there was no other Mauritian in my set, or in Epping, or in Harlow, and all my friends were English, Irish, Scottish. They were great. They used to take me out, show me the rope, and I got on really well, and we're still friends.
And you found a bond, didn't you? I mean, it's funny you mentioned the Irish, and we had a conversation about Margaret Roach, a nurse who died, who was of my family, with her family friends, but you found a real bond amongst the nurses and across the nations.
Yes, because especially Irish, they are like my kind of people, family, very friendly. They don't look down on you. They get on well, and we all won. Even the English and the Scottish, although the Scottish at the beginning, one girl, she was from Glasgow, I couldn't understand what she was saying. But in the end, I started getting, to get used to their language. So.
And was nursing everything you hoped it would be?
Yes, yeah. I wanted to be a nurse. But at the same time, I mean, in Mauritius, I've always cared for other people. Even as a child, I used to look after elderly neighbours, go and clean their house and their yard and do their shopping. And then I come from a very poor family, but thanks to my mum, I am who I am today. My mum was illiterate, but she always used to say, without education, you're nothing. So she actually saw my potential and supported me. I won a scholarship, went to a Catholic convent for my education in Mauritius. So I used to help kids. When I grew up, I started to work 18. I was 18, I started to work. I grab all the kids in the neighborhood, round the dining room table, and teach them, help them with their education. So.
And I don't want to make it look, it's the 1990s, not the 1790s, but communicating back,
yes, we had letters. There's airmail, the blue airmail. I used to buy loads of them, and every week I used to write, and my mum couldn't write, so my sister would write for her. And also, when I left home, we never had a telephone at home, but when I left home, then everybody can afford a telephone. So my mum made sure she got one so that I could ring home. But it was very expensive. I remember I used to collect pound coins, and £10 I would put in. Can only speak to my mum for 5 minutes. £10. But one day I was really homesick, and I rang switchboard. I could use the internal in the nurse's home. I lived in the nurse's home, so I rang switchboard and asked them if they would let me speak to my mum through this phone, and then I will pay them. And they did. Yeah, they did let me call my mum, so that was really nice. Because when I call my mum, it always used to be more crying than talking, so 5 minutes wasn't enough.
And when was the first time you went back home?
18 months after I came here, I went back home.
And just to let us know, for the purpose of anybody who's not great at geography, where is Mauritius, and how long then did it take to get? Right,
it still takes the same. It's in the Indian Ocean off the Madagascar. It's a very small island, the size of Essex. And we got 1.6 million people now, but in my days probably it was less than 1 million. And if you take the direct, Air Mauritius and British Airways tend to do direct, that's 12 hours. So normally you get the plane in the evening here, tomorrow morning I'm in Mauritius for breakfast. So it's really nice, yeah.
And the second part of our questions really is why you stayed here, and you're still here, 2017, you're still here. What did you like about living here?
I've achieved a lot, and there's a lot of opportunity if you really want to achieve something. But also, I love what I do. I love being a nurse. I love looking after people. I'm a chatterbox, so I talk to everyone. You know, it doesn't matter where I am, I will talk to people. But also, I got married. I met David, my husband, and we've been married for 22 years now. And it happened, you know. And I hate moving as well. And Harlow's always been good to me. Everybody's been great to me. I've never ever come across anyone in Harlow who's been horrible to me. That was in the past until 2 years ago. But otherwise, you know, I get on well with everybody. I've got loads of friends. And, you know, my friends' family are like my family, you know, mum and dad. And
because in case anybody doesn't know where we are, we're at the civic offices here in Harlow, and you're just about to go into a council meeting where the big budget's going to be discussed, debated, and you are a councillor.
Yes.
So why did you become a councillor?
Right. When I became a nurse, I wanted to concentrate on my career. I've always been interested in politics. In Mauritius, I was always into politics. But I came here, I didn't understand the politics here, although now I find out it's the same anyway. But, so I concentrated on my career, and my husband was ill as well, so I couldn't do much. But about 6 years ago, I started getting more interested back into politics, so I joined the Labour Party, and I was already Unison branch secretary in the hospital, so I do help a lot of people about their rights and everything else, save their jobs. And I just got interested, and I want to help people. Being outside, there is a lot of limitation I can't do. So I decided if I really, really want to make a big difference, let me go and stand for councillor. Then I can actually, even if I don't make difference in all the people's lives in Harlow, at least in some of the people's lives.
And looking at a historical tradition, you know, Harlow's always had that conviction, you know, left of centre, left wing, call it whatever, conviction politicians, whether you go back to Leah Manning, Stan Newlands, all the way through to today. And, you know, and those people, would you say you're part of that rich tradition of conviction, a conviction politician? You believe in what you do. When you're standing, whether it's in the town centre, the obelisk, or the stove.
Yes. I am a great believer of what I do, and I'm sure people know what I stand for, and that's who I am. Yes, I am like actually Stan Newland compared me to Leah Manning, and it was an honour. So I was really touched because I do fight for people. I don't keep quiet if I'm not happy about something. I will speak up my mind. And I've always defended people. It doesn't matter who they are. If they need justice, I'll do it.
So when we come back in 2022, or perhaps when I may come back in 2047, do you think you'll still be still in Harlow and still involved in Harlow life?
2047? How old will I be? I'm 50 now. So I'll be... in 20 years? Well, I suppose I will still be involved, but I don't think I would like to be a councillor at 80 or 70. Maybe 75, that's it. Because I think being a councillor is good, but we need to encourage younger people to get involved because they are our future. So I want young people to come in. So we teach them, and then we can move out of the way, and they fight for it. So I don't think, 75, that's it, or 70, but then I will walk away. What? I'd like to be chair of the council, though, one day. The first migrant woman.
On that note, Waida, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.